Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to solve the tutorial number 5, that is of Matrices module 5 applied mathematics. So the first question of the tutorial 5 is A is equal to, there will be a given 2 by 2 matrix is a unitary matrix. So first you have to know what is unitary matrix. So what do you mean by unitary matrix? Unitary matrix, it means A into A of theta is equal to I. So let me show you. Okay, so for a unitary matrix, what you have to be noted, A into A theta is equal to I. So for the unitary matrix, the compulsory condition is A into A theta is equal to I, where A is your given matrix. What is A? A is your given matrix, and so what is the A theta? So A theta is nothing but the complement of given matrix of transpose. So मतलब सबसे पहले आपको जो मैट्रिक्स ए है आपका, उसको क्या निकालना है, आपको कॉम्प्लीमेंट निकालना है, देन उसका ट्रांसपोज करना है. ओके, कॉम्प्लीमेंट मतलब क्या होता है, जो इमेजिनरी नंबर है उनका साइन क्या करना, उनका साइन चेंज करना, उसको बोलते हैं कॉम्प्लीमेंट निकालना. जैसे कि अगर मेरे पास 2+3 आई है, sorry, it's not complement, it's conjugate. Okay, sorry by mistake. So it is conjugate. So आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले जो a थीटा, इट मीन्स क्या होता है कि आपको सबसे पहले a जो है, a का क्या निकालना है, कॉन्जुगेट, और उसके कॉन्जुगेट का ट्रांसपोज निकालना है. सो इट कैन बी रिटन लाइक दिस, a conjugate of transpose. So this symbols indicate transpose and this is the symbol of conjugate. Conjugate, it means change the sign of imaginary number. For example, we have the number 2+3i, it is a complex number. So now if you change the sign of it, or you can say if you take the conjugate of it, so what will your answer? 2 minus 3i. You just have to change the sign of imaginary part, not the real part. If something is written like that, it's like 2 minus 2 I plus 3. So what the people do, they change the sign of the second number. No, you should have to change the sign of that imaginary number. Here the position can be interchanged, either they have given you first imaginary or first real. So there is I, the number which has I, or you can say iota, so it's called as imaginary number. So what you have to do, change the sign of this imaginary. So the, now it's suppose this is a z. Okay, this is only z. So what is the conjugate of z? It is 2i plus 3. Okay, the image real part sign would not be changed. Okay, would not be changed. So this is the concept of a unitary matrix. For the any matrix to unitary, it should be multiplied with its a raised to theta. It means the conjugate of its transpose, it should be given you I. So what do you mean by I? I is a matrix, identity matrix of any rank. Okay, or sorry, it's not rank, identity matrix of m by n, in which m or n is a order. So any order of identity matrix. So how will you represent identity matrix? It will be represented by I is equal to 1 0 0 1. So like at the diagonal elements should be 1. Okay, so if it is like a 3 by 3 identity matrix, so how will you represent it? 1 0 0, then 0 1 0 0 0 1. If you know about this basic, so you can skip this part and move to the direct question. Okay, friends, so now let's directly jump onto the question. So I have already told you about the basics. So first I have written here the matrix that is given to prove a unitary matrix. So what you have to first do, let a theta is equal to, you can directly find out a theta, or you can go for the step by step traditional method, like first you find the a conjugate. I have simply written over here that the conjugate of a of transpose will give you a theta. So what you have to do, just make a matrix over a 4. Okay friends, so now what you have to do, first take the conjugate. I am doing here directly, but I tell you step by step. So what you have to do, first like do transpose of it. मतलब रो का क्या करना है आपको, कॉलम करना है, एंड कॉलम का रो करना है. So like this is a row, so you have to change this row. Okay, so let's just be go. So first you have to make this row into the column. So what will you do? 2, I change the sign of the imaginary number here, 2 minus I by 3, and this will be minus 2i by 3. Now change this row into the column, so it will be, and I am also changing the sign of imaginary number, it is minus 2i by 3, and this number will be coming into the row, so it will change minus I to plus I, so 2 plus I by 3. Okay, so now we have identifying the a theta. So now what is the condition for proving the a unitary? So write the for a unitary matrix, for a unitary matrix a into a theta is equal to I. So what you have to do, you should have to multiply and your answer would be becoming I. ठीक है, आपका आंसर आई आना चाहिए. सो जस्ट राइट डाउन व्हाट इज योर ए. इट इज 2 plus I by 3, 2i by 3, 2i by 3, 2 minus I by 3. Okay, now multiply with a theta. What is your a theta? 2 minus I by 3 minus 2i by 3 minus 2i by 3, 2 plus I by 3. Okay, now you have to multiply it. I know, I hope you know all of that how to multiply it. Okay, so I am telling you again. So आपको multiply कैसे करना है इसको, you can see over here. So आपको करना है कि ये जो आपका फर्स्ट रो होता है ना, उसको आपको फर्स्ट कॉलम से करना है, वो भी हर एक एलिमेंट के साथ. जैसे कि ये जो एलिमेंट है उसका मल्टीप्लाई आपको इसके साथ करना है, मतलब a11 का मल्टीप्लाई a11 के साथ करना है. देन ये जो फर्स्ट पोजीशन है उसी में प्लस a12 का, दिस इज योर फर्स्ट रो सेकेंड कॉलम, सो a12 का मल्टीप्लाई a21 से करना है. ठीक है, सेकेंड रो फर्स्ट कॉलम. सो इसका मल्टीप्लाई a11 का a11 के साथ प्लस फर्स्ट पोजीशन में आपका जो a11 टर्म आएगा ना मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद, उसी में आएगा दिस इंटू दिस प्लस दिस इंटू दिस. ओके, आई होप अंडरस्टैंड यू. एंड इन द सेकेंड टर्म व्हाट विल बी कम, you have to multiply this. Okay, so first I'll show you how we can calculate the first element a11 of this matrix. So you have to multiply this into this. So write down 2 plus I upon 3. Just don't solve it now. I will tell you one secret method or secret tip to solve it directly. Multiply this into this plus 2i by 3 into minus 2i by 3. Okay, what I have do, this into this plus this into this. Now take a space. Okay, give a space like it is your first element of your matrix. And now what you have to do, multiply the first row to the second column as it is. Okay, just we have treated like suppose vanish this first column and take this second column. Now multiply the first element a11 to which element, a12. This is the first row second column. Okay, so now what will come, 2 plus I by 3 into, I will multiply with this minus 2 I by 3. Now plus multiply this with this. So that is your minus 2, sorry, this is your plus 2 I by 3 into, this is 2, 2 plus I by 3. You can interchange, it doesn't make any sense, like if you interchange the answer would be same. Now what you have to do, multiply this second row to the first column. Okay, so you have to do the same. So 2i by 3 into 2 minus I by 3 plus 2 minus I by 3 into minus 2i by 3. Okay, what I am doing here, multiply this with this plus this with this. Now doing the same, multiply this with this, then plus this into this. Yeah, I hope you understand. 2i by 3 minus 2i by 3 plus, now I am multiplying this term a22 to a22. Okay, two minus I by 3, 2 plus I by 3. Okay friends, so now if you want you can calculate from over here. Okay, So if you want, you can you can calculate like your traditional method. It will become the whole square, like a plus b, a minus b, then 2 square minus I square. Then you can do multiplication, but it will increase your step or it will take too much of time. So I have one trick that you can use in your exam to save this time. Otherwise, like what happen, if you solve it, your answer will come, the teacher will not going to check your rough paper that you have solved it by your own self. And in engineering exam, you all have to allow the use of calculator, so you can freely use calculator. So what you have to do, I will tell you how do you calculate this term. Okay, so first you have to on your calculator. This is fx991cw. If you have in black color, it's absolutely fine. Okay, now you have to go in home section, where you have to go in the complex section, not go directly in the matrices section, because we are not solving here matrices. Okay, we are solving here this particular term. Okay, so go in complex or press okay. Now what you have to do, you can see here I is denoted. Now what you have to do, write this term as a 2 plus n. If you press this I button now by using shift, it doesn't, it works here. Okay, for the complex, or it, if it is not working, what you can do, go in catalog, complex, then here you can say I. If I click, so it will again show you 2i. Okay, so but if you in complex mode, if you press shift with 9, there will be, you can see the I symbol, so it will become it will come directly now into 3. Okay, I am just multiply it. now वापस आपको ये वाला डिनोमिनेटर न्यूमरेटर यूज करना है. then 2 minus shift I by 3 now plus 2 shift I by 3 into minus 2 shift I by, okay we have to just यहाँ पे okay minus 2 I by 3. Okay, now you can see I have like directly putting or substituting the value of this equation, directly copy. I have or nothing to do here, you have to just copy it. Now execute. So what your answer is coming, so देखो आपका आंसर क्या आ रहा है, 1 आ रहा है. तो what you have to do, make a matrix here, write 1. now same you have to calculate this, so I am just change here minor. You can just go and directly type again and again. if you don't want, you can do like this, edit, erase this, but yeah, be careful while editing it. so now what will become, I have put it this equation. Okay, this second one, the answer would be 0, so write here 0. now if I put the third one, okay, third one, you can interchange the multiple, like 4 into 3 and 3 into 4 would be same. Okay, so now I'm just simply substituting here the value. I'm just copying the equation that I have written in the notebook. now I have written over here the third element calculation now I'm doing. and now what's the answer of this, it will be 0. Okay, so you have to write over here 0. Okay, in the third elements. now it's time to calculate the fourth one, so there should be minus 1 minus 2. Okay, I remove this, upload it here, and this is over 2 minus 1. there is also 2 minus 1, so I have to make it for this 2 plus I3. Okay, you just have to use your mind. now the answer of the 4 elements of the matrix will become 1. now you can see this is the identity matrix of 2 order, of the order of 2. so what is the answer, this is the identity matrix. now if you guys going to solve with your traditional method, it will take your time, and with the help of calc you can just look over here, your answer is coming correctly. if your answer is not coming 1 0, so you have did over here mistakes. so this is 1. so since what you have to write, a into a theta is equal to 1. you can also write like that. also I know I don't know you know or not, so I will tell you, that is a theta is equal to a inverse. if your matrix A is unitary matrix, so the value of a theta is nothing but the value of inverse. so if they ask you to find the value of a inverse, so you can directly say that our a theta, so what is our a theta? This is our a theta, okay, the above we had, which we have calculated over here. So you have to just simply copy it, 2 minus I by 3 minus 2 by 3, because a theta is equal to a inverse hota hai if it is a unitary matrix, okay, not for every or each case. Okay, and now you either here you have to write hence proof a is a, since a is a unitary matrix. Okay, so guys, I have written over here the whole sum I have solved. You can just take one look, or you can just take the screenshot of it. Okay, so I hope guys you have liked this video. If you like the video, please like this video, subscribe my channel, and if you are new on the channel, do subscribe, share with your friend as more as you can share. And if you understood here, or so please tell me in the comment section you like this explanation. If there is any mistakes, or you thought that should I have to improve somewhere, so you can feel free to comment down below. And yeah, for the next topic which you want, you can simply comment it down below. I will definitely make the video on that topic. So thank you for watching this, and take care. Bye bye.